When they were past the first and the second ward, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which opened to him of his own accord. And they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel depart from him. This passage of scripture is just giving the illustration of God breaking Peter out of prison. God sent the angel to get Peter out of a prison. Now, let's set up the story. And I adjure everybody, and I hope everybody read the whole chapter of Acts, the 12th chapter, so you can get the whole version of what happened. First of all, Herod, and we hear Herod all the time. It was Herod, and I think it was his son that did this one. But it was King Herod that tried to kill Jesus when he was a baby, the father. Son killed James, had James killed. And when Herod saw that the Jews were happy that James got killed, he said, well, let me get Peter. So be careful when folk are happy when you go down. Certain things die. They'll try to attack something else on you. So he tried to kill Peter as well because the Jewish leaders, church folk, were happy about him dying because they didn't want this new Christianity come around. And let me say this. And I told my daughter, I say, baby, a lot of people going to hate you. You usually don't get hated for what you think. It all comes to jealousy. That's the way Jesus didn't die just because, they didn't put Jesus on the cross because he was trying to save mankind. They put Jesus on the cross because he was jealous of them. Because he had more crowds, he was messing with their money, and they wanted to kill him. Saul tried to kill David because not because David was a bad guy, because some women were singing a song, Saul killed 1,000, but David killed 10,000. And the Bible said, after he heard that, he eyed David up. He hated David. Just because somebody got jealous. You read through all the Bible, the reason why they wanted to hang Peter or Paul, because he said, this guy Paul wrecking the city. He messing up our money. There was one person that got mad at Paul and got Paul arrested because he was like a coppersmith or a smith that he made idols. And because when Paul came, his idol sale went down, then he started complaining about this man preaching some crazy stuff. And it was about jealousy, about money. It's never about the real cause why people get you. People get you because they don't like what you're doing. Or you get more likes on your Facebook, or you doing this more, or people seem like they like you. And let me say this, real quick. People will hate you if somebody like a person that like you better, they'll hate you. Like say for instance, just your boss, that person like their boss and they working hard and they trying to get their boss favor, and you come along and the boss said, oh, so-and-so doing a great job, I'm going to promote them. You done. That's death. And you don't know who secretly hates you. Because some people can secretly hate you. And those are the ones you got to worry about. Because the secret haters always buy you something, going to help you along. They really hate you on the side, but they're trying to find, how did you just walked around the whole time trying to find an occasion to get Jesus. And then had the nerve when he finally got him. And that's why Jesus said, oh, you kissed me on the cheek? Kissed him right on the cheek. To let him know, oh, I'm going to get you. But Herod tried to kill Peter. And what Herod didn't understand, he's trying to please somebody else. So he locked him up. And then when he told him to lock him up, this is what he did. He said, not only get a squad of soldiers to guard him, then put him in chains and have us. It's like I'm locked up, and I have a guard chained to me on this side, and a guard chained to me on that side. Then I got 2 guards outside of the cell, 2 guards at the gate, 2 guards guarding the street, and make sure that I won't get out. You know, when folk really want you, they will put you in chains in your life. Folk will keep you locked up. People like to see people incarcerated by any, from addiction to having not a lot of money. People are happy when people are they think are lower than them. Let me say this. Biggest reason why a lot of people that break up in relationships, because I find out that people purposely will hook up, marry, deal with people who got more issues than you. Because it makes you feel better. If you won't get, most people won't get no person or hook up with people who are above them or even lateral. They usually get people beneath them, so they know they can be charged and be needed, and they can be a guard over this person. But you don't want that. Because once you get somebody beneath you, they ain't gonna pull you up, they're gonna pull you down to them. That's the trick. Then you whining and crying, man, this guy is no good. Well, he wasn't no good when you got him. Man, this girl is raggedy. And, yes, you knew that when you met her. Somebody of caliber you didn't want. Somebody was your equal mentally, spiritually, financially, you didn't want to deal with. Because you got to listen to the person when they this way, and you got to humble yourself when they're that way. But when they're that way, you got charge over them. You control them. But they drain you. They take from you. They don't add, you add to them, but they subtract from you. And that's when people want to keep you locked up. They want to keep you behind the gate. Because as long as I got you in a prison, as long as I got you in a holding pen, I know where you are, and I can monitor what you're doing. I can keep you regulated. Because when you're in a cell, all you can do is read, and you go to a prison cell. You ain't got no privacy in the bathroom. You got to share a room with somebody. Never get locked up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They tell you when to go. They tell you when it's time for you to eat. They tell you when it's time to sleep. They tell you when it's time for you to get recreation. You can go out there and run around in the yard. You are being controlled. So they want to keep you behind the gate. And I ain't talking about a physical one. I'm talking about a spiritual one. And that's what Herod did. And because it pleased people to keep him in that situation. But God sent the angel because they were praying. The whole church started to pray because James, the brother of John, got killed. One of the apostles got killed. And let me say this. How is it that God came and rescued Peter and then rescued James? How that? But see, sometimes people are like, well, yeah, Pastor, why? Because some people, Simon don't need to go no farther than that. When God done with your assignment, he'll allow you, one thing to die out, but one person has to keep on going. Peter had to be needed to stay alive. Maybe James didn't. And God saved John because John had the right revelation. Peter had to write Peter. James only had 2 pages. If that's the same James, he done. So when God will say certain things in your life and let other things die. Because when the things that die may not have no more need of it, or the purpose is not there. So the angel came in, and it's funny if you read the scripture, the angel came up and just slapped Peter on the side, said, get up. Time to go. Get ready. Gird up your loins. Put on your underwear. Strap yourself up. Put your clothes on. Put your shoes on. And come on. And see, when you hear that statement, that's part of when you know it's time to get out of something. You'll know it's time to go past the gate. Because first of all, the angel did 3 things. He woke him up. You got to wake up, y'all. You got to wake up to what's going on around you. You got to wake up to let people know, hey, you're in a situation you got to get out of. You got to wake up to the fact that folk trying to get you. Folk trying to destroy you. Even Herod had 2 soldiers laying. He had to sleep in the middle of both of his guards. People will guard you and make sure you don't get out. But when God sends deliverance, He's going to wake you up and like, so you ever had a situation where you was in something and you finally woke up like, man, I need to stop this. You ever? I've recently had moments like that. I had moments like that when I had indigestion and I feel like every time I drank milk, I feel like my chest was going to explode and I'm like, wait a minute, why am I still doing this and I know I'm lactose? There's some things we know we cannot do, and we got to accept the fact that we can't do it no more. We got to wake up to certain things. Certain things I was spending money like, why I'm spending this money? Why I'm going here? Do I need to buy this type of product because it's more expensive? Want me to try something? Certain things you got to just wake up to. Why do I need HBO? Now, if you can afford stuff, have fine. But why do you need the sports channel, HBO, Cinema, and you don't watch none of it? Then you got Netflix, Hulu. Then you're going to have a nerve to go and get the Disney Channel. And you got a $300 cable bill that you don't even watch. So you got to wake up to the fact that you got to get out of the situation. Then you got to get what he said, now put your shoes on. Get yourself ready. Tighten up your belt. You got to prepare to get out. Some of us want, God, I want deliverance. What are you doing to get prepared to get out? God, I need more money. I need more of this. I want a better. What are you? You want a better job? Did you go and look at your resume and freshen up your resume and update your resume? God, I want to save money. Did you cut something out? Did you start budgeting? I want to get out of debt. God, I want to meet somebody new. Okay, did you clean yourself up? Did your hair look like, ladies, did your hair look like scrambled eggs and you got this bonnet on when you come out in the market? Oh man, you ain't brushed your teeth and you got sleep. In your eye. And are you friendly? Both ways. Are you nice to people? Are you pleasant? Bible said in order to gain friends, well, God ain't got no friends. Show yourself friendly. You mean mugging and people looking at you. Let me say this. Your facial expressions can tell the world where you are. If you are not pleasant, if you ain't I meet people right now. I remember I used to be in the club. You could tell, you been having some fine woman, and they got that stank look. And you walk hey, oh no. No. And you got to go through all these walls and layers to get to them. And when you finally get to them, you ain't going to want them. Men and women. You got a guy, he got, you know. You know what? What do we know? Or the new one, do you feel me? No, I don't want to touch you. Do you feel me? I know what it means. But what I'm saying, why do we got to go through all these layers to get a conversation to you? You got to prepare yourself to do something. If you want to get better, prepare to get better. If you're going to buy a house, start looking. Start saving money. Start pricing furniture. Start doing something. That's, let me say, what I'm talking to you is just plain old one-on-one faith. That's how you please. People think faith is, God, I believe you for a new car. It's not just that. God, I believe you for a new car, but I'm going to save $50 a month. That's when God reacts. The $50 a month, because you're taking your faith, because the Bible says faith without works is dead. And if you want to get out past a gate, get out of prison, you better start doing something to show God you mean what you say. Don't tell nobody that you love them and you don't do nothing for them. How many people we know that have been engaged? I know people been engaged for 10 years. Baby, I'm going to marry you. Give them a ring. Baby, I'm going to marry you. When the date? Well, we working on it. But you got to prove it. Bible say make full proof of your ministry. Next thing you got to do, the angel said, follow me. You better follow the will of God. Follow the Holy Spirit to get out of any situation. Let me tell you something, man. Well, Pastor, I don't believe in that God thing. Well, you better believe in something. Because I don't care. The world system will tell you, the world will tell you wrong, y'all. I don't mean no harm. I know I don't have a problem with psychiatry, because some things about being in psychiatry is totally 100% correct. Because at first I believe about all that psychobabble, but until when I took daycare license and they deal with child psychiatry, it worked. It's true. And guess what? It worked for grown folks too. How you think I managed to manage the church and people? It was from let me say this. My daycare license helped me to be a better pastor towards y'all. I learned some methods